What's cracking, guys? Omar Esop here, back with another video. In this video today, we got a special guest. We got Justin Cack. How much do you squat?
560.
At 200 pounds, damn near 14 years old. He's being coached right now by Silent Mike.
That's the heaviest pre-pubescent squat
ever in the history
of powerlifting. Don't mind the beard.
So we're here today. Puberty struck him at 8 years old.
Now he's going for the 800.
So check this out. This is a one-take video because fuck it, we'll do it live. Mike's been coaching Justin. He's gonna blow up all his lifts. In particular, we're taking a look at a squat. If you want to check out the bench press, what Mike helped me fix, check out Mike's channel. I'll also link Justin's Instagram in the comment. Anyways, Mike, take it away. What are some of the things? I want to talk about that diaphragmatic breathing, but he squatted 560 pounds at 20. That's no joke, but it just goes to show, even as an elite lifter, there are always a room to improve. There are ways that you can improve. So Mike, take it away, some of the things.
I think, as Omar said, he's already very good. Technically, he's obviously very strong. He's advanced for not only his age, but any lifter. 560 pound squat ain't nothing to fuck with, is I believe what Wu-Tang said.
Back in the day, 98.
First cue for me to show that he maybe wasn't breathing right. He mentioned once he had some SI problems, low back issues. So for me, Omar, obviously, also some of that came down to breathing with our own issues.
Yeah.
First cue is you just see someone breathe up here. If the bar's rattling when you're breathing and bracing, we got issues. So I think Omar's going to take you through some of the breathing, and then we also found some just a little bit of knee wiggle. You know, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. That issue, and we're just trying to fix it. So I'll also go over the cues on how we maybe fix his quick descent, which is good for explosiveness and rebound, but also you don't want to lose control, so we'll go over that as well.
Yeah, so I'll do the diaphragmatic breathing. Before we go on, if you guys like this more loose, informal type where we take a case study, something that's very good, and how we tweak it to make it better, make sure to like the damn video. Anyways, diaphragmatic breathing, as it relates to the squat, what usually happens and what we tend to notice on the squat as opposed to the deadlift is that when someone has a weight on their back, it feels heavy, so when they go to breathe, naturally they turn into a little bit more of a chest breather. So Justin actually has his belt on here.
Mouth breather. Mouth breather.
So if we take a look at his traps actually, let's have the bar also on your back if you don't mind. So we're gonna unrack it and you're gonna see if the bar really, let's say, lifts up as he breathes. That's a solid indicator that he's a chest breather. So go ahead, take a step back, and we'll first take a look at the bar. And so Justin, take a style of your old breath. So you see traps kind of shrug up. His traps aren't shrugging up, but it's his chest breathing up, filling air up here, then he relaxes, and then he squats down. But what ends up happening good and relaxed, you're gonna be holding this for a while, Justin. So watch this. When he did that, the core itself actually isn't as strong. Why? Because he didn't breathe in his diaphragm. The whole point when you're wearing a belt, you're trying to apply pressure with the diaphragm, with your stomach, when you're breathing out against the belt to create more intra-abdominal pressure. But if you breathe with that chest instead, you're not filling up the stomach. This area, you're trying to transfer all the power from your legs into the bar itself. But if the core is not tight, if you don't have that torso rigidity, you're fucked. So what we instead focus on, what Mike focuses on with him, we take a look at breathing into his diaphragm. So let's get the side chart here. We can't muffin. So he's gonna breathe in again, so breathe out, and then breathe in. Good. Yep. And so he's holding it in. As you can see, the stomach expands. So just do a few diaphragmatic breaths right here. Just in and out. Then you can see clearly, good. 2 more. Breathing in here, applying, think 3D, so you want to also breathe into your back. You heard it before, breathe into that pelvic floor.
One thing that's a common thing that people I think believe is that this belt is going to hold our spine or something. So people will see them crank it on like a motherfucker, excuse my language, moms. And then that's not doing anything. So what I often people, and I think I even told Justin this, is just try to loosen your belt or make sure the belt's not too tight. Even this, although it may be a little excessive, it's not bad. If I can get my hand in there and then he can push into it and flex. So a lot of times, again, you're breathing in, you think, sucking in, we're not. We're breathing in and pushing out, as Omar said, kind of through our entire waist, pushing into that belt. 3D is the idea, and then you're holding it, Valsalva. People are like, well, why are you holding your breath when you're lifting weights? It's just to maintain that tightness in the midline and control our spine. Flexing your lats, flexing and breathing are the only ways that we can really control our spine so we don't go to snap in the city.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to say before we get into the knee position with Mike is that Justin, much like myself, he had some SI issues, right? And so a lot of those, you know, we don't want to pinpoint it to one thing, but if we're certainly not breathing into our core, creating some more of that intra-abdominal pressure, that can certainly help aggravate that issue, the SI, as well as what we're about to talk about here, the knees caving in and how that relates to the glutes and then your lower back taking over the load.
I think there's 2 main things that were going on with Justin. One, he's crazy explosive. Can you touch rim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Yeah. See, I can just tell by how he squats. He's about my height, maybe an inch taller, and a 10-foot rim in basketball is pretty impressive vertical. I'd imagine his vertical is over 36 inches, which is an elite level, and I can just tell that by how he squats. But beyond that, and everyone's like, man, Mike really loves Justin. I do.
Likewise.
And so the issue that he had is that he's too explosive and maybe he's moving a little too fast. Pace in the squat is more important than any other lift. Pace in the bench press is important too. And what I mean by that is how you are walking in the line, controlled chaos, I believe as Omar says. And what you want to do is be quick but don't hurry, as John Wooden says. And what we want to do is lift a lot of weight, is what Silent Mike says. So, and so what we're trying to do is control that eccentric, but also be fast so we can get that rebound and reflex. And what he was doing is just dropping a little too fast and not applying the pressure throughout his entire foot. What we're going to try to do, this may be gross, internet, but some of you on the internet might like this. Come on down, Jazz. What we're trying to do,
oh Lord.
What we're trying to do is almost flatten our feet out. I already have flat feet, so I don't know if it's good or bad, but we want to flatten that foot out. We want pressure evenly through the entire foot. I want to push my big toe, pinky, and heel into the ground, and then I'm going to twist out. I want to also do it on my knee. So what you'll see in the knee is the torque in the hip. And we want this motion through the entire thing. As Omar mentioned, that turns on our glutes, and it'll allow our knee to track properly through the entire squat. Rather than, if there's not that tension and I have nothing here, I could squat and then I kind of have to catch that. And that's a little bit what Justin was doing. He was so fast, and he would catch it because he was strong. We get that wobble baby. And what we really want to do is just continue to make things more efficient. As we mentioned in my bench video, Omar mentioned in the beginning, there's always things you can improve on technically, there's always things you can improve on nutritionally, and also programming. So why not pay extra attention to detail? Although he's hit an incredible squat, and he will get stronger with this technique, if we improve the technique, the programming, nutrition, all of it together, we'll have accelerated progress.